What's up, dog fans? Aaron Murray here with Bulldog Banter, Knowshon Moreno, Tavares King, Ben Jones, and we have a full slate of things to talk about tonight. Obviously, we'll get into the Georgia-Tennessee game this weekend. Georgia fans going to black it out. It's going to be nuts. Game day will be in Athens, Georgia. We're going to talk the playoff reaction. Georgia is number 12, so they're the first team out because Boise State, right now the group of 5, would jump them. Our reaction to that. Jake Pope celebrating with Ole Miss players and fans after the game last weekend. Obviously, that went viral. And I want to talk a little bit about the Carson Beck smile as well, along with Jaden Rashada's dad and his comments about it, because I thought that was pretty awesome for him to come out there and what he said about Carson and Jaden. So a lot to get into. Appreciate everyone joining us here on a Wednesday night. Like, subscribe. We got some really good content coming out from our current student athletes, Miles and Malachi. Their show will be coming out tomorrow. Terrell and Jacob's show will probably come out tomorrow night or Friday morning. So a lot of good stuff from our current student athletes to get you ready for a massive weekend in Athens, Georgia. Before we go around the horn and give our quick thoughts about the Ole Miss game, I do want to let everyone know, you see it on our shirts right now. We got multiple sponsors. We're doing it big right now. We got the Prize Pick Love from the two guys in the bottom right, left, and then Ben and I, top left and bottom right. So I do want to give a shout out to our new sponsor, Hopefield. As you see, get 20% off all Georgia apparel when you use the promo code DawgCentral24. So Christmas is right around the corner. Playoffs are right around the corner. You want to get it. You want to get it now. So go use promo code DawgCentral24 to get 20% off all Georgia apparel. And then don't forget, this Friday night in Athens, stop by Creature Comforts for the official Home Field Plus Creature Comforts tailgate party. We're going to have a good time. We'll be with them for the majority of the weekend, getting you nice and liquored up to get ready for the night game. All right. That is Home Field. Appreciate you guys at Home Field for all the love, swag, and support. Ben and I are rocking our Home Field stuff right now. Ben, let me see the shirt. What we got? Okay. I got a box of stuff, so I'm pumped to be wearing it, especially when it gets a little bit colder. I got some nice sweatshirts I'll be wearing throughout November, December, and January. All right, we did not do a show on Sunday because it was my birthday, and I needed some time with the fam, so I enjoyed that. Appreciate the guys for letting me take off. So we never gave our reactions about Ole Miss. So I know it's Wednesday. I know it's old news by now. Everyone wants to talk about Tennessee, but we have not given our verbal response to the ass whooping that occurred in Oxford. So let's go around the horn. Start with TK first. What were your emotions, reactions watching that game?
I mean, obviously, probably like everybody here, just disappointed. I think that was the first time I seen a Georgia team be outplayed, be in a lot of facets of the game. I think the thing that sticks out to me the most is that stat that they threw on the screen. Mm-hmm. We have dropped 27, well, probably more now, but 27 passes this year. Mm-hmm. We lead the FBS in drop passes, and I guess I've been a little, I guess, biased or blind to it, because winning cures all that. But when you're having struggles and troubles like we are, shit, those things are very apparent. Mm-hmm. And in hell, when you're leading the league in drops, that's something that's to me is just eye popping.
Yeah.
So that was something that stuck out to me as a pass catcher. So, yeah.
Ben, we all saw the play where all three guys missed their block. I know Tate was in and out and guys moving around, multiple injuries up front, but is that as bad of a performance we've seen Georgia up front in quite some time?
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. You try to give them the benefit of the doubt. You ain't got the best footing, but they got the same footing on the other side. Mm-hmm. So we didn't play well. That's when it comes down to it. That's when you come in, you don't say anything on Sunday, Monday, whenever you watch the tape. You take it right on the chin. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, it's not going to be pretty, but this is what we got to do to fix it. This is what we got to do to be ready for the next week. Then you bury it. You don't ever want to see that again. You don't watch it again. You don't talk about it again. And you go out there and grind all week, no matter what Cyril says to you, how hard he's coaching, you just eat it and out there and get the bad taste out your mouth on Saturday night and get a W because you're playing against a great D line and you can erase all that happened against Ole Miss. Go out there and get a win and block those guys. Hey, and you don't remember the past.
Amen to that. Knowshon, obviously, hit the running backs real quick. ETN did not play the majority of the game. It was due to injury. So we saw a lot of Nate Frazier, obviously a couple fumbles overall for Georgia, but not just the running backs, but like overall, just how were your emotions watching that one?
Well, shoot, it started off like, yo, here we go with the pick from Jackson. It was like, bro, here we go. Let's get it popping here. Then we go straight down the field, excuse me, and put 7 on the board. I'm like, all right, now here we go. Defense gonna go out there and do their thing. And we have, Dart was out with that little ankle Jones. And I don't know if he's not a backup, right? Simmons? But that
Simmons
boy
is the backup is good.
He's a backup. Like, all right. But that boy came in darting. It was like Jackson Dart wasn't even out of the game. He went 5 for 6, got a little lucky tip ball, but drove down the field and they put 7 on them boys, bro, without Dart, bro. So that was super surprising. I'm like, what is going on? Then he comes back, and then we saw what we saw, but way too many explosive plays for that Ole Miss offense. They were getting chunk plays, bro. They weren't. We didn't allow them to just. It wasn't like one of those games where they had to put a consecutive drive together. 12-play drive, 14 play. They were just hitting big shots, bro. So that was, that you didn't want to see that. And then on the opposite side of the offense, we just couldn't protect Beck. You would think at some point we would just say, you know what, let's just go like 12 personnel, so like something where let's just keep a couple tight ends in. You know what I'm saying? And keep the back end, make it a 3-receiver route and see who gets open, man. Let's protect Beck and get something going that way. But no, they don't do that. It was just a lot of things in this game that you do it. The thing that you do in a game like that, you're going to lose just like they did. You know what I'm saying? So
I want to bring up a point you brought up there, Knowshon, because that was one of my big things I hit on watching the game was Ole Miss's ability to create chunk plays and our inability to create chunk plays. We've all played at the highest of high levels, and we know how difficult it is to have, I don't care if you're a pro or a college player, to have a possession in which you're on the field offensively for 10 to 15 plus plays and expect to score a touchdown is not easy. You need chunk plays. We all like to see that clock tick away. We all like to win time of possession, but we also love when we got a nice 30, 40-yard play or you score from the 40. And right now, Georgia's just not doing it. Ole Miss hit those chunk plays. So I want to push it to you guys from your experience. How difficult is that to not be getting those big chunk plays, whether it's in the run game or the pass game?
Well, hell, when you're on the field for that long and you don't get in the end zone, it's demoralizing. I don't care if you get 3. I mean, we all want to get 6. It's demoralizing as hell because you're out there. I mean, you want a chunk play. You want something. You want an explosive to get something going, to get the energy up. So when it's kind of methodical, you're just chunking down the field, and then you hit a wall. It's like, well, shit. It feels like it kind of almost feels like you failed because you didn't touch paint. So yeah, bro. And I mentioned it earlier on in the season. Like we want to turn those because we were hitting some chunk plays. We were hitting some 40-yard bombs, but they weren't turning into 6s. And I said that earlier on. We're going to have to turn some of those into 6s. So it is tough, man. It is tough to score always, but when you're on the field for that long and you only come out of the off the field with 3, as an offense, it's demoralizing.
Ben, for an offensive lineman, obviously those guys up front, it is fatiguing. And now the defense line fatigues too, but at least for the defense, they can rotate guys. You ain't rotating offensive linemen. So, yeah, you're going to be going against their backup sometimes, but how exhausting is it for the big guys up front to go up 12 to 15 plays?
Yeah, you don't want to do it every drive. It's cool to hit it every once in a while to impose your will on somebody because you have to. And that's just some drives you have to grind it out. That's what they're giving you. They're dropping back, playing Tampa. They're doing stuff, taking away all the shot plays. But when you have explosive plays, like going back from when we were in college, we had Knowshon to hit a big play. We had AJ, TK, Orson. We had guys that we knew could go out there and make a play for us down the field. And going back to the league, I had a Derrick Henry, AJ Brown, guys that you got – if they got space, people didn't want to tackle them. They looked to score. I don't know if we have a guy on our roster that people fear to tackle in space. Like, hey, this guy – I guess Dylan Bell is probably the best guy that we think. Like, hey, he's in space. He's hard to tackle. Like, we don't have a Ryan Williams out there who gets the ball and guys just bounce off of him and he's going to score. Like,
but you said something there too, Ben. Like even that, like last year, Dylan, it seemed like every time he touched the rock, like it was like I'm trying to get to the end zone.
Like him and Brock, like they were fighting for it. Like, hey, I'm scoring. Like if I get the rock, I'm trying to score.
Yeah, it's something there. We don't have one of those.
First down, I'm hitting the dirt. Like I feel like they're satisfied with just catching the ball at this point because we don't catch it half the time.
I would love to see them. I'd love to see a long run though too, Knowshon. Like right now, the longest run of the season is 52 yards by Anthony Evans. Trevor has one for 45, and Nate has one for 40. Yeah, I was with Keith Marshall earlier today. I was like, man, I just feel like I was blessed to have those two running backs. But TK, I felt like every game we had like a 50-yard run.
Yeah, I mean, dudes. We had guys that could strike out though. Like they had different kind of speed. I don't know. I don't know if Nate Fraser's got that Keith Marshall type speed.
I think Trevor's got some speed though. Knowshon.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, they do have a little speed, but like you said, we just haven't seen it consistently. And those big plays kind of energize everyone too.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that's an energizer to that offense. And when you do go on those long drives and don't get anything, it's like, dang, where's our spark? Yeah. You know what I mean? So it was just wasn't a good day, I think, for all sides of the ball. You know what I mean? I mean, they got 5 sacks and a pick on us. We only got to the quarterback once in the pick. It's like, you just can't win anymore. So, I don't know. But, we had Murray over here downplaying that game. So,
What are you talking about downplaying that game?
You downplayed it. You like,
I tried to set you up. If you wanted to pick Ole Miss, you didn't want to pick them. I tried to set you up for it.
I thought you would be serious. I'm like, nah. That's what I was saying. I'd rather win that one and lose this one. And you were like, which one?
No, I live in the state of Texas. I can't lose this one. We need this one, boys. I gotta have this one.
Well, not this one. We have to. This is the playoff. This is now the playoffs start now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. We didn't handle business throughout the season to put ourselves in like later on in the season where we can kind of relax. I mean, shoot, you can't relax now. We got Georgia Tech beating Miami, so they're gonna have that juice to play Georgia. Like, come on, bro. So I don't know. Now playoffs start now all the way into the national championship.
All right, let's talk a little. Go ahead, TK.
No, I was just gonna say they all matter. Shit, go ahead.
All right, let's bring up the playoffs real quick. So I'm going to bring it in with my fancy dancy share screen over here. Make sure there's nothing inappropriate on my computer. All right, we're good. We're good.
My man.
All right, here we go. Here are the top 12 teams in America: Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Indiana, BYU, Tennessee, Notre Dame, Miami, Alabama, Ole Miss, Georgia at 12. But like we said at the top, Georgia would not be in the playoffs if it was played today because a group of 5 team, Boise State, which is right behind them, would jump up and take that number 12 spot. So as you can see right here, this is what it would look like. And there is not a Georgia Bulldog logo on there, unfortunately. And I know there's a lot of people, boys, ticked off. Georgia has played right now the number 3 schedule in America, toughest schedule in America. Boise State's lost to Northern Illinois. Penn State has played 1 ranked team. They lost to them. Indiana hasn't played any ranked teams. BYU, no. Texas only played 1, and that was to Georgia, and they lost. Like a lot of people are the big complaint to me is Georgia challenged themselves. Georgia played Clemson. Georgia went to Ole Miss. Georgia went to Texas. Georgia went to Alabama, and they're being punished for it while all these other teams aren't playing anyone and benefiting from that and because of where they're scheduled. Because if you give Georgia most of these schedules on this roster, on this thing, they're probably ranked inside the top 5. Is it fair? Is it not fair? How much of it should be an eye test compared to resume when you want to put a team in the top 12? And we'll start with Knowshon first.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. It's definitely a high test how they look in these wins, but at the end of the day, is who are you playing? You know what I mean? Who are you playing when you're dropping these 50 pointers? Or, you know what I mean? Or you in the tight game versus unranked. So I think all those things matter. When it comes to Georgia, I think what they're saying is, I'm just thinking about this right now. It's like, okay, yeah, we can put you in the top, the top 10, but let's see if you're really worthy of it. Let's see you go ahead and prove it versus you got an opportunity to get back in because you're playing the number 17.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe it's a little bit of a spark, give Georgia a spark. Like, hey, if you really think that you're a part of this playoffs, go ahead out there versus a great Tennessee team only lost one game. They could easily be undefeated. A team that's a top of the ranking in the SEC when it comes to offense, when it comes to the run game. Their defense is really good in the run game and the pass game. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and shoot, and to top that all off, they're a team that play all phases of the game because they're going to hit you on special teams as well. So maybe the committee is like, listen, let's put Georgia on the outside looking in. And if they want to prove it that they belong, they got one more opportunity. And that's Tennessee.
Ben, are they too low?
I love it. It gives us extra juice. We know we got to win. Like if we're sitting there at 10, whatever you want to be, 9, like we still got to win. Like this, I think this just adds a little fuel to the fire. Like we're going to go out there and win. We're going to win out, and nobody's going to say nothing about it. We're going to be in. Like that's plain and simple. We're going to win, beat a team that's in the ranking. So we got to flip. We beat them. They got to come below us. So we're going to be in, guys. Nothing to worry about. We're going to handle business. Just extra fuel to the fire that everybody's doubting us. Nobody cares about Georgia right now. Nobody cares if we beat Clemson, we beat Texas, we beat all these teams that nobody else is playing anybody but cupcakes. So it's going to come down to it at the end. We're going to be in. We're going to be battle tested, and we're going to make a run.
And I'll say this too. Like I know the chances of getting to the SEC championship game are kind of slim. And I'm not mad about it. Like we said, that schedule this year is such a grind that I honestly want them to have that weekend off, like to not have to prepare to play Texas. Because like, imagine if like Georgia does good to the SEC championship game, prepares and say they lose the football game. To me, the mental and physical wear and tear of the season would be a big issue for the playoffs. I'm in the mindset now of get to 10-2. They're probably going to host a playoff game if they get it. Georgia at 10-2 will be probably a 7 or 8 seed, which means they're going to host a first round playoff game. I would much rather that right now, where this team is, what this team's been through this season, than get to Atlanta and play for an SEC championship game. I don't care. I want to ask you guys this question. TK, you go first. Do we care about SEC championship game anymore with these playoffs? Like, is it losing kind of the feel? Because all everyone's talking about right now is the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Very few people are talking about Atlanta and SEC championship. It is all about this 12-team bracket. That's what it's about. And I get that the winner gets a bye, but to me, all the juice and excitement around college football right now is about the playoffs. And I would rather have that break from Atlanta and then get ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. I mean, it's kind of similar now. Now it's kind of similar to the league, bro. Like we talked about before on different shows. Like in the league, like once you get to the playoffs, bro, it's a new season for sure. So all we got to do is win out and make sure that we're in that thing, SEC championship or not. Make sure we're in the playoff.
You two, though, Knowshon, Ben, thoughts on SEC? For us, SEC championship game was goal number 1. Has it lost its luster a little bit?
I think so, because it's not an East and a West anymore. Some teams don't even play each other during the year, so you're like, how does these two teams end and they don't even or they're playing again? Like it's not like the true East versus West. I think that's what's lost its juice now. You don't have that. You're not playing the same teams every year. You're not really following, hey, if this team loses, we win. It's all about win percentage in the SEC. So I think it has lost its juice. Yes, it's great to win SEC championships, but all that matters is you're in that playoffs and you win a national championship. Nobody cares at the end of the day if you win a SEC championship and lose a national championship. Everybody wants the net. That's the goal, is to win it all.
Damn right.
Knowshon, you think it's still? Do you think we'll ever get to a point where, say, that the playoff continues to expand, say it gets to 14 or 16 or whatever, where we just sit back and say, you know what, let's just go from the regular season to the playoffs? Do you ever think it would get to that point, or do you think that the championship games are going to stay?
Too much money lost.
Yeah, I mean,
all about
not
money.
If you add, but how about if you add more playoff games?
I don't.
But
I think that's why.
What's it called? Mercedes-Benz wants that money.
They can have,
how many goes into the NFL? How many teams we go going to the playoffs? Because you would think they would follow suit.
4 is 8.
8,
right?
So
that's it.
7. Because one get a bye.
So 14 altogether.
14 together.
I could see them adding 2 more. That's it.
Well, that would be the plan. The top SEC team would get a bye. The top Big Ten team would get a bye, and then the playoffs would go. Yes,
I like that.
Yeah, I could see it happening. But yeah, I don't know. The SEC championship maybe lost a little bit of juice, maybe, but it still means a lot to get there.
Does it hurt you to play in a championship game, or if you're in the championship game? Like if you lose
big time,
are you out?
No, I don't think you would be out. You should not punish a team for making the championship game, in my opinion. You remember in 2012 we got screwed. TK, we played Bama, we beat Florida in the regular season. We go and play Bama, we lose by 4 points on the damn 3-yard line. Florida, who sat at home, went to the Sugar Bowl, and we went to play in the Capital One Bowl.
Yeah, who we played? Nebraska or something?
Nebraska, and they played Louisville in the Sugar Bowl. So you're telling me that was frustrating. It's like, and I think they talked about that afterwards. Like, that should not have happened. Florida, who lost to Georgia, should not have gone ahead of them, and Georgia should not have been punished for losing an SEC championship game. And we didn't go to a BCS game. So I don't think they would do that again, because then who would want to play in an SEC championship game if the thought of you might lose out in the playoffs is if you lose that game. So I'm more like a wear and tear.
If Alabama plays Texas, they have 3 losses. Are they in?
Yes, I think they would view it. No, I think they would view it as like a 10-2. Yes, if it came down to the 2 of them, if Alabama would not get punished for going into the SEC championship game.
3 loss.
It definitely can happen. It definitely can happen if you go into a championship and lose, and you might not make the playoffs, depending on how many losses you got going into it.
Not in the SEC. Like the Big 12, ACC, yes, not the SEC.
Right. Well, yeah, I don't see that. Well, are you trying to say that if those whatever 2 teams that make it to the SEC championship will usually be ranked high in the top 10?
Yes.
Top 10?
I'm guessing both those teams are at least 10-2.
They need to be already. You have to be in the playoffs before. If you're in the playoffs before the game, you should stay in the playoffs.
Yes, agreed.
You can only make yourself better. You can't hurt yourself.
Well, you could maybe move down, but you can't move out.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I like that.
You can move down, but you can't move out.
Seating wise, I got you. I like it.
So, listen, I think a lot of things will be cleared up over the next few weeks. Indiana will face Ohio State. Georgia, if they went out, would move ahead of the loser of that football game. Who else could lose the next couple of weeks? That's about it.
The thing is, the losses, how those losses look, I think, is what hurt us. It's hurting us. That's probably why we're at 12. Them losses are but big numbers.
No, not the Alabama loss.
But still, how that started. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it ain't.
But still,
it ain't high. It's how it looks.
That game in the fourth quarter, 2 minutes.
I'm just saying,
game versus Kentucky, and then you know what I'm saying. Like then you have a close game versus Florida. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff matters.
You saying there's too many question marks? Like, are they those mother? Like you say?
Yeah,
yes.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
That's a good a hard schedule or not. A hard schedule. Okay, play those tough games, but keep it close. You know what I'm saying? It definitely matters how it looks.
I do agree with that. Like there is a sense of watching the game. There still has not been. I know the strength of schedule is what it is, number 3 in the country, but I still have not seen a dominant like overall, regardless of who the opponent is, dominant play from both sides of the football at one time for 4 quarters.
I agree.
And we're at week 12 and it hasn't happened yet. So like I think that you have to take the eye test into it a little bit as well. Yeah, so it's a weird balance, man. But I mean, at the end of the day, like just win this weekend. I will say this, if Georgia wins this weekend, I feel really good that they're going to have a first round game in Athens, and I think that's going to be pretty freaking sweet. So I'm not mad about it, even if they don't get the bye when it's all said and done. All right, so we hit on that. Just real quick on the Jake Pope thing, celebrating after the game.
That's hard.
He
He didn't know.
He said. Mm-hmm.
He apologized. Like,
yeah,
he wasn't playing. Yes, you know that. So he didn't have any blood in the game. I feel like, and he, like my best friend from home. If I'd have saw him out there and didn't know him, I'd have gave the Joker a hug. But I wouldn't. I'd have tried to dial it down a little bit. He got caught. He got
jumping around.
Yeah, the jumping around with him. I would have just gave him a hug.
Yeah, he was just too-turn with it.
Screw all that, bro.
Nobody in the locker room is going to care. Nobody in the locker room is going to care about it. Like, it's not.
No.
They
they make fun of him for it, give him some shit. Other than that,
yeah.
When are they going to stop this charging the field bull, bro? Like, at least give people opportunities to get off the field as a team. Like, if you want to be out there as that home, that home field player, then okay, you stay out there. But like, I don't know, bro. I wouldn't like that as a player, bro.
You don't like the field rush?
No, first of all, I'm claustrophobic, and then they're gonna be touching you, bumping you, hitting you in the helmet, all kinds of stuff, bro. I just feel like something's gonna happen one of these days, and we're gonna be mad at the player when it's like, nah, y'all should have controlled your fans, or like give it a countdown. Like after the game's over, you get 2 minutes for people to get off the field. Like what? I don't know.
I did see that fine. I did see Georgia Tech, right? They rushed the field.
Oh my god! Did you see that offensive line?
You see my boy Frisbee the phone.
I'm trying to pull that up right now, and I can't find it.
I saw one of the guys run into a Miami offensive lineman. He didn't even look like he was there. He just just knocked him on down. Kept on going.
Somebody was filming a player. My boy grabbed the phone, threw that bitch.
Bro, someone's gonna
all
get
you see
hurt.
is the grass, the turf. Just,
bro, all those people in that crowd when you're running if someone falls and then now you're getting trampled on, bro. It's some.
Dude, I'm telling you, that Georgia Tech guy knocked the living piss out of that kid.
I didn't even see that. That's it.
But it should be open house. But if someone touches you and you're a player and you try to leave the field, it's self-defense, bro. I'm knocking somebody out. I'm done with it.
He was just running and just, the guy kind of ran into him. He kind of ran into him.
They're gonna have to, bro. Listen. Let me see. No.
Damn.
Did you see him?
Hey. Move out the way, bro. Let me get off the field.
Boom! Oh.
He ain't mean to do that though.
I think he gave a little something.
Oh.
He gave a little.
You're giving a little something.
He gave a little.
But I shouldn't be in that position to give because of course I'm mad.
He can walk away from that and be like, I didn't do anything. He just ran into me. Like it was very subtle. It was perfect.
I'm giving him something
well
for real. You're gonna get in trouble, bro. Like that's all right.
He said, I'm giving them something for real. Yo, I can't take you.
I'm already upset, and you over here, jumping in my face. I'm trying to get off the field. You swarming me? Nah. All right.
Oh, I love it. All right, so that's when we were at that. I'll give my thoughts on the Carson smile seen around the world during the fourth quarter. I do love Jaden Rashada's dad's comments afterwards, and like, listen, they're boys. He was trying to pick him up. He was trying to loosen things up a little bit. He said a joke and Carson smiled. And like, that's just being a good teammate. Carson's down in the dumps and you're trying to, get his mind right. It's not, I think we all initially, including myself, reacted very negatively. Like, what the hell? But the more I think about it, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong, I do like it, man. Like Carson's in a bad spot and his boy trying to pick him up a little bit. Like that's brotherhood right there. Am I wrong?
No.
Nah, yeah. Go ahead, Sweet Jones.
He's got to be aware of where the cameras are. Put your helmet on. Do something else. Like, you can't be sitting there. Like, we've been there. Like, the amount of times somebody said something to us, we're getting our tail whooped. Somebody cracks a joke, you're like, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
This is part of it. You're boys. You're playing a game that you love. Like, it's not I know it feels like the end of the world when you lose, but this is a game. Like we love this game. We enjoy it. When it turns into something that you don't enjoy and love, that's when you lose everything. It's still got to be. It's got to be the purest form of it. Like, yes, you're getting paid and everything now, but it's still a game, and it comes down to it. Hey, these kids are 18, 19, 20 years old. They're kids, and they're having fun. This is the time of their life. You don't want to take that away from sports. And when you do that, that's when the game just starts going down. And it turns into too big of a business, and kids can't enjoy it no more.
Amen to that. Love that. Love that. All right, let's get into the game. It's a playoff game, boys and girls. Georgia, Tennessee this weekend in Sanford Stadium. Let's go to the questions real quick. I've been holding this for Connor Anderson in the chat. Fans, alumni, and players are asking for a blackout in Sanford Stadium. Do you guys think they should have it or not?
Do what they want. As long as they bring some juice. They can wear white, black, red, no shirt, juice. Because it don't matter what we have on. If they bring juice, it's a night game in Athens, and it ain't going to be no Rocky Top. It's going to be a long day for them. So whatever they can wear to bring some juice, I'm for it. Black, white, red, yellow, purple, don't care. Be drunk and loud. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
I'm with that.
Y'all like it? Y'all like the black? Did y'all? I know y'all played black jerseys. Did how many blackouts for the crowd? Did you think it added juice? Like as a player, when you walked out there and saw the all black, did it add something to you?
07 Auburn game?
That might have been the
craziest atmosphere ever.
Yeah, that's the only time really. Because I mean, you haven't worn the jerseys in a while. You know, you were surprised about it. Now, if they brought out some new Joneses, something new slick, you're like, oh, this might be fire. But the black Joneses has already been worn plenty of times. So
I'm not talking about the players. I'm talking about like as a like when you run out and you see the fans are all in a blackout in the stadium.
Oh, the fans.
Does it add a little bit?
Does the white out and stuff like that?
Yes.
It's a different vibe. Yeah,
that white out would be fire. I don't know about the black. The black out's fine. It's cool. It's night game, so
yeah.
That white out though is kind of smooth.
Yeah, the white out's smooth.
And
it is cool.
And different.
You know what?
It's gonna be a night game.
Knowshon is the only one in the group that got to wear a blackout uniform during the summer. Didn't you two did it in the bottom?
Mm-mm.
We wore that one in Florida. Things.
Yeah, we wore.
Oh, the white with the black helmet,
helmets, black pants.
Interesting.
I wish we had the black unis. Y'all really screwed up for us when you got your ass whooped by Alabama.
Oh, we wear black that game?
Did y'all wear black that game? Yeah.
Yeah,
I wore black then. I wore that.
You tried to forget that game that day.
So we did. We did.
Oh, damn.
That was like it was. Hey, that game was the same as Alabama this year. They were beating us 31-0 at half.
Yeah,
we took it back to 4 points, got into the game, and
Prince
they
Miller
scored a
return.
Return.
Yeah.
No, don't bring back the Power Rangers. Do not bring back the Power Rangers Frothy Tavern.
No.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Josh Long, Aaron B. for real. What's up with the color rush uniforms? The gray helmets ruined that. No, they should that should have been all black. That should have been black jerseys, black pants, helmets. Yeah, everything should have been black for the color rush. They really screwed that up. Who has better blackout uniforms, Georgia or Tennessee's all black?
Tennessee's black and orange, like the Halloween shit.
Yeah,
well, that shit cold.
That shit's nice.
What?
That was really good.
That shit is cold.
Cold in the
cold in the fieriest way, Murray.
Yes.
My Caucasian friend. Cold.
Who has? Thank you, appreciate that. Who has the best blackout uniforms? A&M's was
Missouri's
nice.
up there. No.
South Carolina's was nice.
Here he go with the Mizzou shit.
My fault. I just think about how they.
I like Tennessee's all black.
You know who got some dope ones? Vandy, the little anchor down.
As I say, Vandy got some clean ones.
Who else wears black?
Blackouts. I think Tennessee's is up
Oregon got some on fire.
Yeah, Oregon definitely got some all black, nice ones.
Oregon got everything.
Yeah, they got whatever you want.
Whatever jersey you want, they got it.
Yeah, it might be.
Virginia Tech got some nice ones.
Oregon, though, bro.
I'm looking at the Tennessee one right now. I like it. I don't like that orange, but it looked good with the black.
I don't like Tennessee.
All right, boys. Let's get into the game now. This is what everyone came here for. Appreciate everyone joining us right now. Don't forget, once again, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Home Field for being one of our sponsors here tonight. Don't forget, 20% off all Georgia apparel. Use promo code DOG Dawgs with an S, Central 24 to get 20% off. Get some gear because the Dogs are going to the playoffs and you want to get it ready before that happens. So appreciate Home Field once again for sponsoring the show. All right, Georgia facing Tennessee this weekend. Tennessee, Georgia, two elite defenses. Both offenses have been a little bit inconsistent. What are our expectations for the ball game? Kind of what, just keys, expectations, thoughts, whatever you want to hit here. I know I've been starting off around the horn. Let's start with Ben first. We're going to move diagonal on this one. Ben, thoughts on the game, keys, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we need to start fast. We need to come out, play good on defense. If the backup's in, the starter's in, no matter who's in at quarterback, we got to come out there and make some stops early, not let them drive all the way down the field. Like, hey, let's get a couple stops early, let our offense get in the groove, and not have to score every single drive, and take a little pressure off of Beck and them. So defense, I need you to show up, show out. We got to protect, and we got to get the ball out of our hands. We don't need to be in third and longs. So we got to hold on to the ball and block these ends for a long time. Let's get in third and manageable. Hit them with a chip. Knowshon, get your backs in there and give them a hi-ya. And let's get open. Get open, some third mediums, and let's have some drives. Let's try to get points on every drive. If it's a field goal and everything, no turnovers. You got to kick at the end of every drive. You either punt, kick a field goal, or kick an extra point. No turnovers.
Amen to that. Amen to that. All right, let's go TK next.
Yeah, no, every damn thing Ben just said, for real, with the exception of one big ass thing he left out, and that's catching the ball. I mean, I think that's gonna be critical, dude. Like, we have to catch the ball this game. There's been opportunities all year long, and if those plays are made, maybe we're not talking the way we're talking. You know what I'm saying? So catch the ball, make the most of your opportunities, and everything else will take care of itself. You'll Bobo will dial some shit up for those guys to get open, and they'll get open. We just gotta reel it in.
Hey, Knowshon, before I get to you real quick, I do want to ask Ben this. Give me your dream. I don't want to say dream, but like if you want, just give me your best starting five from left to right. If you can reel that off. Like, who do we want starting in this game up front?
Everybody's healthy?
Everyone's healthy.
Green, Fairchild, 55.
Yep.
Tate and Truss. And Monroe is and Green is on a short leash with Monroe on third downs. Like, hey, if you got a couple third downs to protect. If not, Monroe's coming in.
Yeah. God, I can't believe we're in this situation right now where, like,
if Tate can't move like he did last week with his ankle, like, it'll go Truss back in and Monroe out at tackle. So you'll be playing Truss and Monroe on the right.
Knowshon, keys for you for the game?
Yeah, this is going to be another game that's going to be won in the trenches. You saw how, Tennessee's looking at that film like, we can get to them boys because they have a really good front four up front. And coached by my guy, Rodney Garner, and my boy Robert Ayers. I played with that over at in Denver. You know what I'm saying? He over there helping out with the D-line as well. So I know the boys going to get them right. Last week versus Ole Miss, man, they did it in the air without even their number one receiver.
Yeah.
And Tennessee has some really good receivers in Dante, I think Thornton Jr. and Drew McCoy's over there, big body that can make some big plays. And at the end of the day, shoot, can we stop that run? Sampson's been going crazy on the ground each and every week. I mean, having over 100 yards each week. We haven't had a running back to do it yet. So it's going to be a tough game, bro. It's going to be one up front. And can we protect Beck? It seemed like he gets like a statue. I don't know. It's just he sits. Sometimes you got to just get out of there. You know what I mean? Stop sitting there and waiting so long. You know what I mean? And that's going to start up front and giving them help with, like what Ben said, with some tight end help and some chips out the backfield. And keep as many guys as you have to up as you can. You know what I mean, to protect them. Do we not believe we can do it, which is 3 or 4 receivers out there? I would hope so. I think we have enough talent on the outside to get open. So I'm looking to see a little something different from Bobo and that offense. If you know, what I mean, they're getting the Carson a little bit too much. So that's for me. That's what I take from this game.
And I'll say this: Tennessee has not really played an elite offense this year. They kind of got Alabama.
Man, see, you downplaying them again, man. You did the same thing.
I'm not downplaying them again. I'm just saying, like, I think Tennessee's a really good, complete football team. But like, you know, they've had a nice schedule. This is their schedule: Chattanooga, NC State, Kent State, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Florida, Bama, Kentucky, Mississippi State. So like, just saying.
And how those games look, though, it was smacking people. Except a couple, they went to OT with Florida. Yeah, they beat Alabama, a team that smacked us. I mean, it looked like they.
I like Tennessee. As take my red shirt off. I like Tennessee. I think if Nico plays the way Nico played at the beginning of the year, he's coming on as of late.
Right.
I think that's the question.
We don't need that. We don't need any of that.
He may not be playing.
Play bad.
Nico may not play. Nico may not play, so we won't know until game time.
Who backing him up though?
Kid from South Florida, right?
Either South Florida or Georgia. It's Gaston Moore or Jake Merklinger. I think it's gonna be Gaston Moore.
Okay.
Gaston Moore.
So obviously, you know,
feel
better.
He didn't play bad in the second half last week.
No, we look good.
Y'all think, bro? How bad was that?
Gaston's been in the system too, because Gaston was with them in UCF, so like he knows it. And shout out to Gaston. He's one of our hosts for TPL Tennessee. Their show just dropped yesterday, so send it to your Tennessee fans if you want to get them some good content heading into the game from the Tennessee front. Connor Anderson, Aaron, you jinx us when you talk shit about the other team. Stop that.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah,
you always do this.
So y'all want me to pick Tennessee because every time I pick the opposing team, every time I pick the opposing team, Georgia wins.
You like the quarterback, pick him.
I do.
Aaron likes Tennessee, guys.
I like Tennessee.
He said pick him.
Pick him. All right, there we go. Georgia's gonna win now. All right, my thoughts: protect the football, catch the football, fundamental things. I think that's it for Georgia. It's all about the fundamentals, boys. It's about blocking, it's about catching, and it's about throwing the ball to your team. Plain and simple. That's all we got to do. We haven't done it all year, so I guess it's harder than me just saying it. But really, that's all Georgia has to do. You take away half those drops and half those interceptions, we're probably a one-loss team right now.
The man's been throwing an interception in the last like 6-7 games. It's not 6 games.
I know.
This is ridiculous.
I get
I see
it.
what you're
I
saying,
get it.
Murray.
I get it. I get it. I get
You
it.
see what?
It's a fundamental game, though, boys and girls. It's all about the fundamentals. This game.
All right, pick one phase of the game that for us to win this game, we have to win. Which phase then? And like what part? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it going to be we're going to have to kill them in the air? Is it the ground? Is it special teams? I need to know. Where are we going to win this game? Secondary?
I think in the air for us. I think our offense is better when we're throwing the football right now. And it goes back to what Ben talked about before. Our offense line is better at pass pro than they are run pro.
Crazy.
Yeah. And that's what I was gonna say, but it's just a matter of can we pass protect? If we can do that, I think we can.
At least we're at home. It's gonna be nice out. Don't gotta do the crowd noise. Someone in the chat said the fans need to show up this game. I think the fans will. The fans will be juiced. Like it is. I'll say it is. I got asked this question earlier in an interview. Sanford will never be. It will never be Neyland. It will never be the Swamp. It will never be Tiger Stadium. Our stadium's not built like that. It has nothing to do with the fans.
No.
It's just the acoustics is just not built like that. Georgia fans will show up. It will be loud. It will be tough. Listen, the Auburn game, I get it. That was kind of blah. I get Mississippi State, blah. But like this is when you save it for games like this.
Night game.
To take it up another night game, playoff game, Tennessee, rivalry, all that shit. So I think the fans will show up in a big way. So get after Nico or whoever the quarterback is, make them uncomfortable, and then just play fundamentally sound football and offense. Plain and simple.
Third and long situation can't have it. I feel like we couldn't convert anything else. And maybe some chunk plays.
You don't want that right there.
Chunk plays. I'm with you. Chunk plays.
Score in the red zone too. I feel like how many times did we get to red zone last week? I feel like just 1-2 times. Just twice, I feel like. It wasn't that many. Like
Orange Juice Jones. Wouldn't it be awesome if Beck gets on a hot streak, takes the Dogs to Natty?
awesome.
It'd be great.
I would
Get
love
back to what we liked. And then get drafted in the top 5 of the NFL draft so I can just give the 2 middle fingers to Knowshon. God, that'd be awesome. Just make Knowshon. If that happens, Knowshon, you're going to burn that fucking journal. Burn it.
Right.
Burn it.
I'll deserve it.
Burn it.
But,
You got to burn it. Burn it, baby.
Hey, only way he can get back up there
And if
is
Daniel
if you win a
Jones
natty.
can go top, whatever, anybody can go top.
Oh, my God.
He got to win a
Daniel
natty to
Jones.
get back in those talks, though, Aaron. We already know that.
I agree with that.
They
You win a natty,
gave my boy Danny Dimes the bag too. What? The bag.
I love when guys get paid and they suck.
That's crazy.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. All right, let's get to our main sponsor of the show, Prize Picks. Appreciate Prize Picks. Use code TPL 24 $50 in promo funds when you make your first $5 lineup. As we do on every pregame show, we're going to be giving you our best players heading into the weekend for Prize Picks. Super easy to use, very fun. Can use on your phone, can use on your computer. Get right this weekend and all of playoff weekends, because guess what? Gambling just makes it more fun. I don't even watch NFL, but I do fantasy. It's fun. It keeps me engaged.
You don't watch NFL?
Sunday's my day to hang out with the family, bro. Like, I travel on the weekends. Sunday's my day to lock in with the kiddos. But I am checking my fantasy app like 24/7 though. That's for damn sure. 7-2 right now. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's get our players for the week. Let me bring up the Prize Picks real quick. All right, nothing bad on the screen. We're good to go. All right, so I'm going to go with massive game. You want to talk about big games in the Big 12. The Colorado Buffs right now are looking like they could be a playoff team, which I would be so freaking hyped if they are a playoff team. They control their destiny right now. They win out. They will be probably the number 4 seed in the playoffs. They face Utah this weekend. Utah's struggling at the moment. Utah has lost 5 straight games. Utah has no offense, but Utah still plays tough physical football. But Shedeur Sanders is absolutely balling out right now. Probably the best quarterback in college football. So I'm going to go a little Shedeur Sanders, more than 313 and a half passing yards. This team feels it. This team knows that they have a chance to get to the playoffs. They want some revenge on Colorado. I think he's going to get it done in that offense. So give me more 313 and a half passing yards for Shedeur Sanders, the best quarterback in all of college football. All right, let's go. Ben, who do you got?
Aaron Smith, 37 and a half. Absolutely going more.
Come on, Aaron.
One big play for him. We got to get some shots. We're going to get some plays down the field. That means we ran the ball. It's not because we're in 3rd and long. It's going to happen on 1st down. So we take a shot. It's not – and 3rd down, it's going to be short yardage. We're going to hand the ball off, and we're going to convert. Then we can take some more shots. So more. Let's go, Aaron.
There we go. TK, what do you got?
I like the game you had, Colorado. You talked about Shedeur. I want to talk about a guy that he gets it too often, a guy that is a Heisman candidate.
The Heisman candidate. Travis Hunter, man. Guy has 69 catches for 856 on the year. He's averaging 12.4 yards a catch, and then 9 tutties on the year. So I've got him going for more this game. I think he's going to get in the end zone. I got him going for more than 0.5 yard. I got him going for more than 0.5. He's going to score. He's going to get in there. I agree. I think he gets in. Best player in college football. Knowshon, bro. It'd be nice to see Buffalo and the Buffs in the playoffs.
Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, it would just be dope, man. Especially coming off the season last year. I think expectations were really high. They had that thing jumping up there and CU fell a little bit short. Then they bounced back and fix and address some of the positions that they needed to, especially up front, defensively and offensively. And shoot, look where they are. So yeah, I'm right with you, Murray. It would be awesome to see them make the playoffs. And shoot, I love what Deion's doing. I would love to play for Deion. I think. You know what I'm saying? I think I would. But yeah, I have Dylan Sampson this week. It's for him to go, more or less on 93.5 on yards. We talked about it earlier. I mean, he's had a tremendous year. Top 10 in the nation. A leading rusher in the SEC. The guys have over 100 yards each and every game he's played in. Except probably one, I think. That was early in the season. Man has 20 touchdowns on the ground. I mean, that they're going to feed this guy. They're going to, throw it in the air and spread you out at the same time. They're going to run that route. They're going to do it. So, man, I'm just playing odds here. I hope it doesn't happen. I would love to see them, the Georgia Bulldog defense and up front hold him for under 100 yards. I think they do that. They're probably looking good in this game, but I'm going to have to go more. I'm going to have to go more for now because no one's shown that they can stop him yet. So hopefully Georgia could be that first team to do so. But I'm going to go more for 93.5.
Georgia, Colorado in the playoffs. That would be pretty freaking sweet. That'd be a fun one. I would take Georgia.
For what? For that game? If it was Colorado.
Georgia, Colorado, second week. Who you pulling for?
Nah, come on now. That ain't no question. I mean, I like seeing I just love what Deion's brought to this program. That mindset. That
may be the most watched
right?
college football game of all time, and it wouldn't even be a national championship.
Any game that CU is in the playoff is going to be one of the top rated games.
It's going to be jumping.
They want to see that.
Yeah,
I agree. All right, so that's our prize picks of the week. Once again, promo code TPL to get $50 in promo funds with your first $5 lineup. Shadur Sanders, more than 313. Arian Smith, more than 37.5. Travis Hunter, going to get a touchdown, whether on the ground or in the air. And then Dylan Sampson, more than 93.5 rushing yards. Appreciate Prize Picks as sponsoring the boys all season long. Super easy to use on your phone or on your computer. All right. The time we've been waiting for. First of all, let's get to a couple super chats real quick. Any truth about Beck having a COVID year? He does have a COVID year, so Carson could come back if he wants. I don't think he is. No.
Yeah.
Should.
I don't care how bad he's been this year. The quarterback draft this next year is horrendous.
Right. But what does it look like next year?
It can't be any worse. It can't be worse.
It's bad. I ain't gonna lie, it's bad.
It's bad this year. You have only two quarterbacks in the first round.
If he could,
and Cam.
If he decided to, if y'all had y'all's pick, would y'all want him back or no?
Who's behind? I mean,
talk to me. Damn it.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Unless you're going to who out there? Is anybody better out there? No.
First of all, Murray's real quiet, so let's let him start first.
I was waiting for Knowshon. I was waiting for Knowshon to say something stupid.
What? Go, you first. Tell me.
Yeah, I would never say no to a talented quarterback coming back. I mean, are you kidding me? Hey, if someone else beats him out, then someone else beats him out. But I ain't gonna say no to a talented quarterback coming back.
I agree.
There's no way in hell he comes back. Zero chance he comes back. Zero.
I want your answer, though. Sauce up there.
Oh, what I want. It depends on who's behind. I know they recruiting something out there.
They got three highly recruited guys behind them right now.
We haven't seen enough.
I mean, they got Gunner, they got Jaden, they got the other kid.
We were in positions last year where we were blowing teams out. We got the chance to see these guys. I feel like we haven't even seen nobody.
That's true.
I mean, goodness gracious. Hopefully, maybe in. All right, let's not even think about after this game. But maybe after this game, we can get one. When we're blowing the team out, like Tennessee does, beat a team by 70 points, 60-something points, doing what they're supposed to do. Maybe we'll see some of these other guys, but it just depends on who's behind them. Really, for me.
I don't know from Omari in the chat. M. Williams is going to wreck the game. I don't know who's M. Williams.
Michael.
Is it Michael? Is it Michael? Okay. I hope so. I would love Michael and Jalen off the edge. Would love Michael and Jalen off the edge. And yes, Alex, Ryan Puglisi is freshman.
Puglisi,
Jay Shipp, UGA needs Aaron Murray as quarterback coach. Hey man, tell him to pay me like $700K. I'll go be the quarterback coach. $700. Let's go. Come on.
Don't cut yourself short.
Okay, I'll take $1 million. I'll take him to be
Yeah,
quarterback
there you
coach. It is the most important position. Come on.
Let's talk.
Georgia got that money. Come
They do.
on. They got the money. All right, here we go. It's time. It's time. Score
Boy,
prediction. Score predictions.
man.
Score predictions. I'll go first.
Mm-mm.
Tennessee wins.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Georgia wins 20-17.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
They're gonna be low scoring.
I like that a lot. I'm gonna go. What you mean you don't know? I'm gonna go Dawgs 28.
Oh,
24.
28? 28 after putting up 10 points a week ago. 28. Okay.
It was raining.
I'm so sick.
Can't stop Ole Miss from scoring 28.
They like the rain.
I'm saying, bro, like, damn, you act like y'all boys be acting like you ain't never had a game where you just ain't scored, ain't did shit. And then you had just an explosive game.
I like it.
So we'll be all right. Give my 28 points, Murray. Damn.
Okay, take it. Ben?
24-20.
All right.
The Dogs.
I guess the thing I'm like, did they correct these mistakes of these big plays on the defensive side? I mean, they got weapons on the offensive side to hurt you. Did we correct those in a week? Can we put pressure on the quarterback? Something we haven't done, I feel like. And with just four, don't send pressure. Can we do it with just the front four? Get pressure on this guy.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice.
Oh, man. I don't want to be a homer, right? We can't always be like Georgia. Yeah, I believe, I hope that they can win, but then I just start looking at, the facts. The facts. I'm sorry. Let me just think. Everyone went?
Everyone went?
Yeah.
Come on.
Ah, man. I'm
Remember,
right
you're going to be in Athens, right? You're going to be in Athens?
Oh, snap. I am going to be in Athens.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get jumped being beside you, but
I might be out there. Hey, I'm going to write down what I really think. Nah, man, I think it's going to be a close game. Hopefully it's not a shootout, because it seems like we ain't coming to play when it comes to shootout, except that one game versus Alabama. Nah, screw it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I know. I was like, because I like. All right. 28, 24. Georgia. 28.
Okay. Okay. All right. So ain't no one getting in the 30s. Ain't no one getting in the 30s. I agree with that one. No 30 piece. All right. There you have it. Bulldog banter. Share it with a friend. Get your mind right. Big weekend in Athens. Everyone going there. Enjoy themselves. Drink a lot of alcohol. Get loud. Don't drive, of course, but just get loud. Have some fun. And big win. This is it, boys and girls. Like, this is yes or no.
Playoffs.
And then we're lesser yes or no, and we can move on. Because Heller Denich said Georgia still has a chance. I say no. I think at 9-3, regardless of the schedule, 9-3 team does not get in.
No, we got to win.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
You lose, don't even call me on Sunday. I'm going to block your number. I ain't doing no show. I'm done. We done.
Season over, man.
Season over.
Season over, man.
Right now.
Call him Prize Picks. Prize Picks.
Right
We'll send the rest of the money back for the rest of the season. We done.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We'll send the money back.
We'll send the apparel back. They got some nice sweatpants. We got send the sweatpants back.
I'm nervous, man.
This is a must freaking win football game.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. Man.
I appreciate everyone. Like, subscribe. Don't forget, Malachi Miles will be out tomorrow. Jacob and Terrell will be out either tomorrow night or Friday. So make sure you hit that notification button so you get all the updates. And fingers crossed that we will be doing this show come Sunday night after the Dogs beat the Tennessee Volunteers. Yeah. We will see y'all later here with Bulldog Banter.
We got Sip Saber